Hi, this is Sir Randall, and this is Sir Randall's Guide to Parenting, Chapter 1, YouTube. Okay, there's something very, very, very wrong in this world if Sir Randall has to make a guide to parenting for YouTube, and it's sad. Not all of you, and I know most of you have really good kids, and some of you are really cool, and I'm pretty sure that most of you are really awesome parents, but there is a very small percentage that I actually have to make this video. I try to keep my channel family friendly. I mean, I use replacement swear words like, bull pucky or bull shrimp or, for the love of Pete. I mean, there's things. And occasionally on my live stream, occasionally I do drop the F-bomb, but I think most of you understand that it's just a mistake and we're all human. And I don't do it very often. I don't purposely do it. So if it does happen, I usually get no slack. I get a lot of teasing, but nothing like, oh my God, I'm subbing because you said an F word. It's pretty cool. But I'm getting a lot of comments, especially on embarrassments and level design. It seems like people really, really get butthurt on that one, and I have no idea. It's like the salt will flow. There are salt mines that will supply the oceans forever. So anyway, I know, bad at accent, but anyway, it's so salty in there, and well, so anyway, I reply to my comments. Look, if you're going to be rude to me, I'm going to be rude back. It's just the way life is, and apparently somebody got upset and their parents told me off. And well, this is what I have to make because apparently they don't understand how the internet works. And it's sad that I have to be the one that tells them that. And so this guide is going to be for that. So let's get going. And tip number 1 is teach your kids some manners. Okay, so I understand you guys have opinions and they differ from mine. That's what's called the world. It's just the way it is. It's the world. We have opinions. Sometimes you agree with me, sometimes you don't. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So what's the problem? The problem is I don't care if you hate my videos. I don't care if you thumbs them down. I don't care if you say something. But if you say something, do it in a nice, polite way. These videos are satire and they're not meant to be taken seriously, and it's just for fun. So this is how I'm going to teach you how to teach your kids manners. So this is how you do it. First of all, if you tell them, don't be rude to people. If you have an opinion, express it in a polite way. I mean, there's a time to get rude and stick up for yourself. Trust me, there is. But when you're first starting off on something like a YouTube video, which is completely just, it's just satire. But anyway, for instance, say, hey, look, this is how we tell your children. If you have a different opinion, express it with politeness. For instance, like one of my videos. I don't agree with you. I like auto levels, and here's why I like the auto levels. I just don't agree with you in this video, and I am sorry that we have different opinions. You don't have to say I'm sorry, but just something on a polite way of expressing what your opinions are and what backs up your opinion. Do it in a polite way. If you do, I'll just ignore it. I mean, I'll probably disagree with you, but you being polite to me, so I'm just going to say, okay, yeah. And sometimes I'll say, yeah, I get your point, but I'm not rude back to you. So teach your kids opening up with arguments is fine. Just be a polite way. There's debates. You can debate all you want. That's what makes the world go round. Debates are amazing, but you got to do it in a civilized manner. And this is where things just fall apart. And with that out of the way, let's go to tip number 2. There is no such thing as safe space. Oh, I love this one. This is like favorite discussion of topics right here. Okay, if your kid is rude to somebody and, look, they're going to get something back. It's just the way it is. It's the way the world goes. You need to teach them that there are actions and consequences for everything. So if you make an action, there's going to be a consequence. It could be a good or bad. It's depending on the experience that they made for themselves. And you need to teach them to stick up for themselves or deal with it. If you make a rude comment, expect something back. Look, I understand. That's fine. I understand there's bullying. Trust me. If there's someone bullying on my channel, I try to stop it, but I get so many comments I can't keep up on it. But I try. I delete it, and I usually stick up for them. I try really, really hard. But sometimes I don't. The point being is there's a difference between someone being rude to you and then bullying. Okay, there is a complete different thing. Like if you're rude to them and they're rude back, it's not bullying. You deserve it. There is a point. And parents, you need to understand that. You can't coddle your kids through their whole entire life and have them thinking that there's a safe space if they do something and that, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, even though I started it. Okay, parents, this is my advice to you. Look at the whole situation. Analyze it. If your kid's in the wrong, punish them or teach them how this is wrong, and you need to understand what consequences happen. And say, look, this is what happened. You're going to have to deal with it. Maybe next time you'll learn not to be such a eggplant. Yeah, eggplant. And understand that's what it is. But if someone's actively bullying on your kid, you need to take the precautions. Like, okay, you know what? Report them to YouTube. Do something else. But there's a difference between bullying and then someone being rude back. Totally do different things. I'm just saying right now. If I was after them and went to like every place they posted, calling them stupid, that they're just wrong and they're just be bad for themselves. One, I would never ever say that, and I would never do that. But that is where bullying comes in. If I respond to your comment, it just means I'm responding to your rude child, which needs to be understand that rude things can happen back to them. So there is no safe space. You have to deal with it. And parents, you need to teach your children that, you know what? Sometimes bad things happen if you do bad things. It's just the way the world works. And I am sad I have to teach you guys this. And tip number 3. Don't coddle your children. Don't be a helicopter parent. Okay? Don't be there every second of every day. If you're a helicopter parent, you're ruining your kid's life. And I don't care if I offend you because your kid needs to experience life on their own. I understand they need to be part of their life, but they go to school for, 8 or 9 hours a day. I don't know how long it is now, but God, it's a long time. But they go to school. They have to defend their own. And yes, there are some helicopter parents that go in and just stay there with their kids. There are some of those. Yes, they are. No, you're ruining your kid's life. Let them make mistakes. That's why you punish them. But you need to teach them first. Like, doing drugs is wrong. Stealing is wrong. Have some manners. Teach people with respect. Don't judge people. Don't be racist. Don't judge someone on, disabilities. It's things that you should teach your children, and if they learn from that. And if they don't learn from that and they make that mistake, you punish them. But they have to make that mistake first to understand it. You have to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, then they don't learn from them. I'm sorry, that's the way the world works, and that's how you do it. You can't be there and then make sure, oh, no, don't do that. They have to make the mistake first. But the point is, you have to teach them that it's wrong first. And I understand, like if you're in school and getting bullied and stuff, that's still a major issue. But have your kids stick up for themselves first. Have them say, hey, look, I think what you're doing is wrong, and I want you to stop. And I guarantee you 90% of this time it won't work, but at least they could try. It could work. And if not, then they can go to the principal themselves or a teacher. And if that all fails, then you have every right to go down to that school and rage to your heart content. I will not judge you for that. But let your kid do it on their own first. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm just saying this whole point of this video is, look, your kids are rude to me or anybody else on the internet, on YouTube. They're going to get rude back. Don't expect anything. Look at the whole situation first before you jump to their fence, and teach them manners and teach them that, being rude to somebody is wrong. It's the way it is. And this is Chapter 1, YouTube, Sir Randall's Parents Guide. I will see you guys later. I am doing some more updates. Don't worry about that. I am back. And let's get this party started. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.